nigga, that be the gang. Same nigga I used to be. Fried niggas get used to me. Damn man, if you fool with me, say that for your eulogy. Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL, and we are back with another Mobile Legends video. Now, this is going to be a tips and tricks video where we actually break down some Mythic gameplay, and we're going to talk about the things that's done well, maybe not so well, and really analyze the game. Now, this is the type of video that I have never done before, because usually in my videos I give you all surface level knowledge. I don't dive too deep, because I think that basics would help the community a lot, because the community struggles with stuff that's super basic. So I don't go really in depth, but this is going to be the first time that I go actually really in depth. And yeah, I want to know how you all like it. So make sure you drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. I really appreciate when people tell me stuff like, your content helped me hit Mythic and stuff like this. I wouldn't be Mythic without you. I definitely appreciate that, knowing that you find value in the content that I create. So we are going to analyze it. It might be a little bit of a longer video, I don't know, but let me know if you find it a lot more helpful when I go through and actually break down a lot more aspects of the game. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So here this is the gameplay we're going to be watching. My homie Yizzy right here, the Claude player, he basically asked me, yo, you should react to this on your channel, talk about it a little bit and stuff like that. Obviously my man's trying to flex and show off, so I'm assuming that he has a really good game. And yeah, this is his friend right here. I've played with both of them. Obviously I played with Yizzy, but I played with his friend as well. They're really good players. But yeah, we're gonna see what's going on here. So first off, this is what you do when you're at the loading screen. You want to see what everybody's gonna be coming with. So basically, you see that we got two flickers. Chow is going to be trying to flicker in and knock you up, then kick you. He's going to be trying to flicker hook, so be careful here. You can already tell what they're going to be doing. Carry is going to be super aggressive, trying to attack very fast and melt. Gashin is going to be securing objectives using Retribution, and if you catch her in crowd control, she has an escape, and then she can transform into her light mode. So you have to be careful to make sure she uses Purify, and she's used her ultimate in her light mode before you try to hit her with any crazy CC ultimate or something like that. So yeah, this is stuff that you learn just by looking at this right here. Also, you can tell that Chow is using the assassin emblem, so he's not going to be going tank, he's going to be assassin, which I mean, he's going to be building damage. That's some more information that you've gathered just by looking at this screen. Diggy right here, Diggy's gonna have some escapes. He's gonna be able to use his ultimate, of course, to be taken out of crowd control. Then he's gonna have sprint to run away. Then she has this flicker, so she can flicker with her ultimate. So she's gonna be going for that flicker ultimate. Kacha, when he dives you, Kufa, when he dives you, basically he'll be able to petrify, which means you're not going to be able to escape too easily, except for her. She has, like, Lunix has Purify. And Yizzy, he has Purify as well, just in case Chow, he's trying to counter Chow and Franco. And then we have the last one here. We have Signatum here with Retribution, so he's going to be the ones going for the objective. So this is the early game screen. This is all analyzations that you can do before the game even starts, and it gives you an idea how everyone is going to be playing throughout the game. So this by itself is a lot of information. So this is very important. You all need to look at stuff like this and really notice what's going on. Also, before we get too much further along, notice this team right here. It has no damage really. It has it's going to come down to Yizzy, which is a mid to late game hero, kind of a mid-ish hero. He can get fed mid. Then Lancelot can be pretty effective early on. I mean, it really depends though, because against this team, I don't think that he'll be super effective against these two, or even should go for these two. Then you got Lunix who can transform, so I don't think he'll be too crazy against her either. Carrie has escapes, and she can dash just as much as he can. Well, not as much as he can, but she can dash enough to stay away from him and slow him with her first ability. I don't think he's going to just be able to lock down any of these heroes, to be honest with you. Then you have Gashin right here. Gashin, obviously, he can dive in and go crazy. I think Gashin will have they'll have a hard time targeting each other all game. So yeah, I mean, that's my analyzing, like just literally looking at the screen, that's analyzing this right here. The other team has more damage. They have 4 damage dealer as opposed to these two, And because Lancelot's going to be struggling more than likely to try to lock any of these down in particular, it's going to probably be like Claude is really their only damage. So this isn't looking good already. But yeah, man, that's like a quick analysis of the game already. Now look at this. So what they're doing right now, they're starting off going into the jungle. Now the benefits of going to the jungle is you're going to secure the jungle as fast as possible. Okay, yeah, we got to pause it right here. I saw something else. So it's a lot, man. When I really analyze, it's a lot. So we're going to talk about it. Basically, going here, you're guaranteed to miss 1 or 2 minions. If you start in the jungle, you're going to miss some minions. That's some farm that you didn't have to miss, because after you clear this lane, these are still going to be here unless the enemy invades. And based on the positioning of these enemies, you'll be able to see on the minimap when all of them pop up. But I mean, at this point of the game, he doesn't know. He doesn't see these guys, so he's going to the jungle first. I mean, it's preference really, but he is going to miss out on some farm right here if he starts in the jungle. But I mean, it ensures that you get the jungle farm as quickly as possible, so the next time it respawns, you can get that immediately. I don't know how he got clapped that fast. Who's that, Lancelot? I don't know how he must have got grabbed or something. But right here, this was the next part that I saw. Notice how using Claude is about building up stacks. If you have more stacks, you attack faster and move faster. If you stand right here, if he would have stood right here and used his first ability, he would have only had like 2 stacks. But because he got both of these minions, that should have put him up to like 4 stacks. So he got both of these monsters that put him up. So basically, you would have to use your first ability. If you stood right here, you would have to use it twice as much as if you put it right, as if you hit both of these at the same time. So this is a pro tactic. He got his stacks up a little bit faster, positioning in a way where he could get both of those. So yeah, man. As you can see, he's maintaining his stacks. And as you can see, when he got back to the lane, there was only 1 minion there.
Initiate retreat.
Other team is invading already. They're playing aggressive. But we have a decent rotation coming from mid. Decent rotation. Kufer comes up with a good jump.
Soon.
Lancelot is mid. So Lancelot is rotating. I don't know if he necessarily needs to rotate. He should be pushing his lane. Because honestly, if he pushes his lane up, that'll take pressure off his team in the other lanes. Because it'll force the enemies to come back. It'll force the enemies, like right now, his lanes are staggered. I would have pushed that lane up, then rotated. I would have made sure the lane was pushed up to their tower, so they lose out on those minions. Like right up here, they lose out on those. Let's pause it. If he clears this wave right here before he rotates down here, these minions are pushed up here. First off, he gets some tower damage, so it's closer to going down. But more importantly, these minions that the enemy could be getting, they would not get these minions because the tower would kill them. So that means the enemy misses out on farm and they take tower damage. So it's better to clear this wave instead of keeping the lane staggered. You don't want to do that. You don't want to keep the lane staggered. This isn't League of Legends. It's not much tactical advantage to keeping lanes staggered like this. Honestly, it's some situations where it might be beneficial, but overall, keep the pressure on the enemies. Have them having to run back to this tower and try to stop you from taking a tower like that. That's what the game is all about, is the towers. People are kill crazy in Mobile Legends, but it's about the towers.
Initiate retreat.
So as you can see, Yizzy waited. He waited until the second wave came up so he could clear this whole wave. And then his teammates are rotating, I guess, to try to help him. Even though I don't know why. Maybe they didn't know where the enemies was, so they was coming here just in case. But yeah, he clears it with his ultimate. Chow comes up and kicks a tank. That was honestly not the best. Well, honestly, it could have been a decent kick since you got a tank killer on your team. So getting anybody, yeah, he had a tank killer on his team. But what I do want to point out is, look at this. There is like Lancelot had the lane advantage. Why is their towers the ones that's taking the most damage so far? It's because Lancelot is not clearing up to where he should. Like he should be Gajin is the one putting pressure on the lane more so than Lancelot is. So yeah, it don't look like anyone's really putting pressure on their towers right now. Yizzy goes to clear. Okay. And I just missed something else that I wanted to talk about too. So look at this right here. These two probably saw each other. You can assume that being this close together, they saw each other. So watch Yizzy. Look at this. Now a noob would probably stay right here and attack. But because he knows where the enemies are, Diggy probably has a visual on these guys, so he probably saw them. Then he saw that Franco just passed. He knows the enemies are behind him. So he rotate over to position right here where he knows that he has teammates behind him. So 9 times out of 10, he's not going to get flanked because they have visual on Gashin. So that means he can see Gashin on the mini map and he knows the enemy. Now he puts the enemies in front of him instead of having enemies behind him. So now he has an escape. He can go wherever he wants to and escape the enemies that's coming from this side. So this is great positioning right here. So these are the little details that you got to notice. Like this is really diving in deep, noticing everything, man.
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
What honestly, the tank, I don't think the tank should be in the top lane right now. Now the enemies are rotating over, but I think the tank could have been more useful somewhere else because that was just an assassin versus assassin, and Gashin can't comfortably dive Lancelot. He shouldn't be able to if Lancelot is decent. So, and look, Lancelot, where's Lancelot at right now? Hold on. Lancelot, again with the lane not being pushed. Let me see. Yeah. Right here. Look at this. The lane, like Lancelot is in the mid with the lane staggered again. So Gashin's gonna clear this wave and put more pressure on their team instead of Lancelot being the one putting pressure. Like, I think that Lancelot seems to be more focused on kills right now. And that's going to make the game so much harder for your team. When you have to know how to play the solo lane. You need to pressure the enemy from the solo lane. You're in a lane by yourself, so you can dominate the other solo laner and push them. Like you can push the lane up and then rotate and help. And then try to maybe pull off an invade. You're an assassin, so you can pull off invading and stuff like that. But that's just some of my thoughts. But as you can see, Lancelot is getting ganked right now. He's probably going to go down.
An ally has been slain.
And let's look at what's going on. These two mid laners are rotating over here for no reason. Why is a tank and a support? First off, is this tank and support mid laner? I wasn't paying attention, but I'm pretty sure this tank and support is mid laners. And yeah, so they should be clearing mid and going and rotating with the enemies. They're a tank and they're a support. And Diggy stops people from being hit with crowd control, so he can literally, they can escape anything. So they should literally just be following these guys around. And they shouldn't be taking a marksman's farm either. No one is clearing this lane. Like, no one is just killing the minions. All you gotta do is destroy the minions. But it's like everyone is just somewhere random that they shouldn't be. Left Lancelot to get ganked by 4 people. Yeah, the team is just like, the laning is kind of bad. The people who are in the lanes don't really know what they're doing. It's like, this isn't really looking good. But because the enemy team is rotating in such big numbers, that leaves this tower open for Yizzy to get a free tower out of it. So somehow they still ended up getting the first tower because the enemy team is just rotating together a lot. And even again, Lancelot is not in the lane, pushing the lane up. Look at this. He grabs the buff. Okay, he's going straight to the lane. At least he's going straight to the lane. I thought he was going to try to divert his attention to that fight. And also, let me point out, this right here just should not be happening. Whatever engagement, whatever this is going on right here, it shouldn't be happening. They have 2 damage dealers. One's up top, one's at the bottom. All you're doing, if you die right here, is feeding the enemy's team. That's all you're doing, is feeding them free kills. Now, obviously, Yizzy's still farming and stuff. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't have his item yet, so he can't get into this fight yet. He doesn't have his second item. He can't get into this fight yet, so that's why he's still farming, trying to get his first item. Lancelot's going up to defend. They have no damage. These are the only 2 damage dealers on their team. They need to be standing positioned more like right here. Diggy needs to be throwing bombs up to clear the wave. They need to be positioned far back. So yeah, like this positioning in this lane is not good. It's not good at all. And they got a double kill. Oh, that was Lancelot who died. I don't know how Lancelot died. But yeah, man, this is looking weird. And they gave up a tower. Not only did they not defend the tower and not position well, they gave up a tower. And then Gizzy's finna get rotated on.
Our turret has been destroyed.
He just hit her with a crazy juke. That was insane.
You have been slain.
They got Yizzy. It looks like Gashin destroyed. I want to be able to see what Yizzy's doing. There's no way he should be getting clapped by Gashin like this. Let me see.
You have been slain.
Let's see. Looks like he just dashed up towards him. Yeah, it looks like he dashed up and tried to attack Gashin. It looked like he dashed up, tried to attack Gashin. Gashin got a marker on him, and it was over with from there. I hope, like, it looked like he played aggressive. I can't 100% say he played aggressive right there because we couldn't see what went on, but based on how the mini-map moved, it looked like he played aggressive, and they should be in defense mode right now. He let the tower get pushed up. There's no reason to be trying to be aggressive right now. Yeah, he's 0-4 right now. Rotations have been shaky with the team. Looks like they're setting up for Turtle.
Enemy rampage.
It's 3-12 right now. That's insane.
Ally has slain the turtle.
Yizzy goes through. He has 4 stacks, it looks like.
Enemy double kill.
But
Enemy killing spree.
yeah, they had the tanks.
Enemy rampage.
Team's just getting wiped. Team is just getting wiped, yo.
Our turret has been
Yeah, they
destroyed.
played the early game really bad. How did Lolita just get hit? How did Lolita just die? Let's watch Lolita. So Lolita's behind the wall right now. Let's see. So she was in safety. Lolita just walked up out of safety. We can't see her, but we can see about. She was just behind the wall. She just walked in front of the wall. For what reason? She just tried to walk in the front of the wall. Looked like towards her team. She walked across this wall this way to safety. Then she goes to the front of the wall, and Chow was just positioned in a way to grab her and kick her. And then Lunix is there, so that's a meltdown immediately. Like what? Hold on. What was Kufra just doing when Gashin dove in? Because that was a kill right there. Lolita was just out of position. Right here. I don't know what Kufra was just doing because Gashin, yeah, he was a kill. That was a kill right there. Yep, there you go. That was a good dive from Kufra. He just saw her use her ability. Yep. Good initiation. He waited until Lunix actually used her first ability, so she couldn't use her first ability to get out of that. Yizzy's defending. And they only have one tower that's been touched. That's just Yizzy's.
Lord resurrecting soon.
Let's see. So let's look at the farm difference. Actually, Yizzy's been farming really well. He's been keeping up with them.
Killing spree.
Oh, she almost had him, bruh. She almost had him. But this goes to show you how poor early game decision making can really put you all in a tough spot, man.
Mega kill.
Early game decision making, like just Lancelot not clearing the lanes and pushing the lane up and keeping lanes staggered,
Enemy
that easily.
unstoppable. An ally has slain
Yo,
Lord.
big plays. Big plays from Yizzy.
Initiate retreat.
Look at that, still almost clapped him. And he wasn't greedy right there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I would have jumped back and tried to finish that. I would have jumped back with my second ability and tried to kill him. But Yizzy wasn't greedy. He knew at this point in the game he couldn't take that chance because if he dies, it's probably over with. But yeah, man. If Lance would have just cleared those waves, like he had so many opportunities to put the lane up there into his team's advantage, but instead he rotated mid. Like he over rotated.
Initiate
And
retreat.
over rotating is
Initiate
just as
retreat.
bad as not rotating at all.
An enemy has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed a turret.
Alright, he's taking buff right now. As you can see, he's still getting this farm on. He needs to sell the jungle item. I think he's forgotten.
An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
Lolita, they're doing some nice teamwork now.
Launch attack.
We're seeing some nice teamwork.
Launch attack.
Yeah, some nice teamwork going on right now. They're in sync. They're together. And I mean, it's pretty much all that they can do. Like, their front line is insane. Even though they have the tank killer, in order for carry to take down them tanks, it's still going to take time. So they should be able, and the way that Claude attacks a whole group and gets a whole group low, even with no damage, he should have them low enough where the team can help kill him. Diggy's rotating over to help Claude, it looks like. And looks like Chow had map awareness because he left.
An ally has been slain.
Hold on, what
Initiate
just
retreat.
happened right here? Actually, that was stupid. Another stupid thing just happened. Let's look at this. So, one damage dealer in this lane, the other damage dealer is pushing this lane forward. So as you can see, this damage dealer is pushing this lane forward right here. Why did Lolita just attack him? Lolita just dove in and attacked him with no damage near. And then Kufra came in to dive in and back her up. I mean, the damage is rotating over, but as you can see, they have Gashin and Lunix, two of the fastest, strongest burst damage dealers in Mobile Legends. So,
Slain.
yeah,
Initiate retreat.
that was a bad time to initiate. But luckily,
Slain. Shut down.
the teams came through, they made it through in time, and they actually just turned that around. But that was a very, very bad engagement because they jumped in that outnumbered because of the decision that they made. And look at Carrie. Carrie's split pushing. Their team has the advantage. Why is Carrie split pushing and they're not pushing as a team? The other team just start playing really, really bad. Honestly, it's like they just switched places. So yeah, man. That's pretty much it. It looks like this game. It looks like it came down to bad decisions. Yizzy was going crazy. He carried this game. Like this is why he wanted me to show y'all this gameplay. Apparently, yeah, he carried this game really well. He did a great job. He farmed up very well. Look at his farm compared to everybody else. The enemy team was destroying his team. You saw like both teams was making mistakes here and there. Like Carry split pushing right now. When you're winning, you have like you're winning in towers, you're winning in kills, yet you're going for a split push win. It makes no sense. Honestly, it makes no sense. You can literally melt their whole team, but you're not with the team. So yeah, they just gave that game away. But and then the tank dove in. But the issue is two tanks dove in and Carry wasn't there. Like if Carry was there, honestly, that play that Claude just made, that probably wouldn't have happened and they probably would have lost. So um that mistake Carry just made, being out of position like that, was game ending.
An ally has been slain. Initiate retreat.
Yeah.
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain.
Carry let her entire team get wiped. And even still, like notice she's not coming back to the base to try to push up lanes or nothing. She's still pushing this forward, trying to go for the split push. This is illogical because no way one person gets through these two towers before 5 people gets through these towers. So anyway, that's pretty much it, man. Let me know what you all think of this type of content. If you enjoy this, it's probably going to be a little bit longer than my videos usually are, but if you enjoy it and find it helpful and you watch to the end, make sure you drop that thumbs up. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, fam. Peace out, yo.
I'm on it. Can't fail for my family, I want it. So they'll never